Hello and welcome to our second part of our Introduction to Playing Ukulele workshop series. On behalf of the Tampa Bay Ukulele Society, my name is Tom Hood and I'll be teaching today. And I would like to first of all thank the Dunedin Library and the Pinellas Public Library Cooperative for putting together this online program and letting us use their facilities to put this workshop together. Okay, so let's go through the chords that we taught you last time in the class. We taught you 6 chords, and these are fundamental chords that every ukulele player needs to have in their arsenal. And what I love about this is a lot of these only use one finger, one of them uses 2, and one of them uses 3 fingers. So that's one of the great things about playing ukuleles is these chords are relatively easy to learn and how to play. Now remember, when you're making a chord, you're going in the middle of the fret, not over the metal, but between the 2 pieces of metal, right in the center. Okay? Your strings, when we talk about the strings, the one that's, as you're looking down at your instrument, the top string is the first 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and the one farthest away from you when you're looking down is the 1st string. So the F chord is the 2nd string, and we're putting our finger on the 1st fret. I'm using my pointer finger, and that's the simple F. Then the C, which is one of the most popular chords out there, is the 1st string and the 3rd fret. Okay? That's a C chord. The A minor is the 4th string, 2nd fret. And I'm using my 2nd finger here. Okay? Then to make an F, the regular F, not the simple F, but a regular F, is we keep our one finger on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, and then we bring our other pointer finger over to the 2nd string, 1st fret. And that's an F chord. The hardest chord is the G7th. Okay, so we have one finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, one on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and one on the 1st string and the 2nd fret. And that's a G7. Please make sure you practice that chord and make sure that you practice the transition between these different chords so that it starts to become what we call a memory chord, meaning that you don't have to always look down. After a while, you'll be able to look at the music sheet and see the chord and see the diagram, and your fingers will kind of naturally start to go there. And then finally, we have the C7th. C7th is 1st string, 1st fret. Now notice that's just 2 down from where the C is. C is on the 3rd fret, 1st string. C7 is on the 1st string, 1st fret. Now before I go on, I would also like to talk about the importance of a tuner. You'll see I have this little black gizmo. They come in various sizes and shapes, but they're very inexpensive. I think the most I ever spent on a clip-on tuner was maybe $15. You can get them online, or you can buy them at any music store. Just make sure when you're buying it that they will work with a ukulele. Now most tuners have a button. Once you turn it on, if you hit it a few times, it'll go through different setups. So for instance, this one has G for guitar, B for baritone, V for violin, and there's my U for ukulele. So just make sure it's set up for a ukulele setting on it. Clip it on. The clip-on allows it to hear the vibration. And I should also mention, some people think they can tune very well with their phone app, but phone apps use a microphone. They pick up background noise. They're not as accurate. So really, an inexpensive clip-on is the best purchase you can make for ukulele playing, to make sure that you're really in tune. And now all I'm going to do is tap one string at a time, and I'm going to look at the meter, and they all work a little different, but I'm going to make sure that I'm in the center and that it's in tune. Okay, and then I just adjust my string a little bit up or down and do small increments to get it into tune. And we do that with each string. G, C, E, A. My memory is goats can't eat aluminum. G, C, E, A. The old way was my dog has fleas. And one of the things that's unique about a ukulele is the G is a high G. In a guitar they use a low G, this uses a high G. So that's why the G is very high sounding. Okay, now once you've got that ukulele in tune, you can play with anybody else. If you don't have it properly tuned, you're not going to sound good by yourself. But even worse is if you're playing with other people, you're going to be standing out like a sore thumb. Once your uke's in tune, you can play with other ukulele players, but you can play with a band, you can play with a guitar player, a piano player, or a horn player, anybody. Everybody's in tune. They all sound great together. Okay, so let's move on. Today, the first new chord we're going to teach you is the G. The G is what I call a reverse of a G7. So here, we still have our fingers on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and on the 1st string, 2nd fret. But now we have our finger, 3rd finger, on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And that's a G chord. Okay? You really want to get this one down because G is one of the most common chords used. Probably the 3 most common chords are the G, the F, and the C chord. So make sure that you practice and get your G down. Good. Now, we're going to go back and forth between the A and the G. And so I'm going to have my A minor chord using my pointer finger. I'm down here on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And when I'm ready to move to the G, pointer just moves up to the 3rd string. And then my other fingers come in and make that shape. Okay? A minor, G. Okay. Now let's try a song. So let's teach a new song, one of my favorites. Drunken Sailor, if you look it up online, probably has 40 or 50 different verses to it, so you could play this one for a long time if you want. We'll do the abbreviated version. And we're just going to go back between the A and the G. What do we do with the drunken sailor? What do we do with the drunken sailor? What do we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises, early in the morning. Sling him in a longboat till he's sober, sing him in a longboat till he's sober, sing him in a longboat till he's sober, early in the morning. That's what we'll do with the drunken sailor. That's what we'll do with the drunken sailor. That's what we'll do with the drunken sailor, early in the morning. Now, if you noticed, I played that kind of slow, and as you get it down, you can increase the beat until you have the feel that you want to go to. And you can vary up the strumming. It's all up to you. There's no right or wrong. Whatever sounds good, whatever you're comfortable with, that's probably the most important thing. Okay, so are we ready for a new chord? Great. Okay, so now let's go to the Hawaiian D7. I love this chord. And the Hawaiian D7 uses our index finger, 4th string, 2nd fret, which is how we make an A minor, and then we're going to take our 2nd finger and put it up here on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. And it's called the Hawaiian D7. One of the reasons they call it Hawaiian is because it's easier than the other chord shape for a D7. And as you learn a little bit more, you'll see there are different ways to make the same chords around on the neck of a ukulele. But this is the simplest one, and it sounds beautiful. Okay, so that's the Hawaiian D7. Now let's take a look, and we'll go back and forth between the G and the D7. And find what's the easiest way for you to make the chord. For me, I'm just moving the same 2 fingers that I made the D7th, and I'm just moving them up from the 4th and 2nd string to the 3rd and 1st string, and adding in my 3rd finger up here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, okay? To me, that's the easiest way to do that, but whatever works for you. All right, so let's try strumming together. And this is to get you familiar with just practicing moving back and forth between these 2 chords. G, 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 D7, 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 G. Got it? Great. Okay, so let's try a song now. He's got the whole world in his hands in the key of G. Now, why do we say in the key of G? Because that's the key that we're starting with. And normally the key that you start in, you also end. In most songs, that's the way it works. So if somebody says we're playing in the key of G, know that in most cases, that's the first chord you're going to play. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the D7th world in he's got the G world in his hands. He's got the D7th in his hands, G. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got everybody here in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. One more time. He's got ukulele players in his hands. He's got all the music makers in his hands. He's got the dancers and the shakers in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. That was great. Very good. Now make sure you practice that a few times. Okay, so now let's up our game a little bit. And now we're going to go with a 3-chord song. G, C, D7th. And here we go. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. And when the sun refused to shine, oh, when the sun refused to shine, Lord, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Lord, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. How did you do with that? Pretty well, right? But remember, practice makes perfect. So when you're done, or at any time, just rewind, try it again, rewind, try it again. Then do it on your own without playing the video. Try it all by yourself, see how you do. Okay, so now we're going to go forward and we're going to learn how to change between 4 different chords. The C, the F, the D7, and the G. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. And this is a practicing type song, so I'm going to try to go slow and let you take the time. As you get better on this, you can go faster. So we're going to start with the C. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. F. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. D7. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. G. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. C. G. D7. F. And C. Okay, very good. This was one of my favorite songs when I was growing up, and my mom loved this song, so this is for you, Mom, and for all of you that are out there in ukulele land. And again, we're going to be using all 4 chords, the C, the F, the D7, and the G. And for playing this, I want you just to do what I call a sustained strum, meaning that we just play it once, and we let it just kind of sustain until we go to the next chord. Now, why this is good for you is it gives you time to get ready to make the next chord rather than as much concentration for practicing now. You're not going to have to strum as much. So we're going to just do, my Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. Very good. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the first part of the song. And now let's do it with a little bit of a strumming pattern to go over. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back Okay, now earlier we showed you the D7th chord. Now we're going to do the standard D. There are two ways for you to make this chord. I'm going to show you the hard way and, for me, the easy way, because I like shortcuts wherever possible. Now the standard way is that we put our fingers 3 in a row, starting with your index on the 4th string, 2nd fret, then your next finger here on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then your 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Right in there like that. That's a D chord. Okay, now that's a standard. Now, I will show you also for me, the easier way. But why is it easier for me? Well, I have relatively big hands and big fingers. So I'm able to take my index finger and press it down flat and actually cover all 3 of those same strings with my index finger. So for me, that's easier than trying to squeeze my fingers in here. But again, there's no right or wrong. As long as you can make a nice clean chord, whether you do it like that or like this, either way is fine. Okay, but that's the D chord. And now we're going to show you the A7th chord. This is another one of my favorite chords. Very easy. We're on the 3rd string and on the 1st fret with our index finger. A7. Got it? A7. So now we've got another 3-chord progression to work on. The D, the G, and the A7th. D, G, A7th. Okay? Now we're just going to strum a pattern with this. D, 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 A7th, 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 A7, 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 D, 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 G, 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 A7th. And D. Okay, so let's try that together in a song, if you're happy, the ukulele version. If you're happy and you know it, play a uke. If you're happy and you know it, play a uke. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, play a uke. If you're happy and you know it, sing a song, la la la. If you're happy and you know it, sing a song, la la la. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, sing along, la la la. And finally, we're going to teach you the E7th. Now I would like to say that once you've got these group of chords down, along with the ones we taught you in workshop number 1, you're really going to have the basics down to play literally thousands, tens of thousands probably, maybe hundreds of thousands of songs, because these are key chords. And by knowing the different combinations and how to make them and move between them, you really will be able to start to get down ukulele playing, come to jams, come to workshops, play along on songs online. It'll really help you so much. So this E7th is another one that's going to require 3 fingers, a little bit more work, but it is essential because E and songs in the key of E, there are a lot of them out there. So you need to learn this chord. So, pointer is on the 1st string, 4th string, 4th string, 1st fret, and then I've got my 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and my 3rd finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret. E's are used in a lot of blues songs and in rock songs. There you go. So that's an E7. Just get that down. Okay, very good. Okay, so now we're going to do a 4-chord song using D, G, E, and A7. Again, this is a very common rock or blues progression. First, we'll just try strumming these. D, 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 G, 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 A7, 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 E7, E7, back to D. E7, A7, and G, and D. Okay. Now we're going to try My Bonnie Flies Over the Ocean. And this time we have 4 different chords to play the song, starting in what key? That's right, the key of D, because the first chord is a D. My Bonnie lies G over the D ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. E7. Oh, bring back my A7 Bonnie to me. Bring back E7. Bring back A7. Bring back my Bonnie to D. Me to me. Bring back. Bring back. Bring back my Bonnie to me. Let's go from the top again. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. You're doing great. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. Everybody now. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. That was great. Okay, let's try another one. And I think we're gonna push it a little bit now because this is 5 chords: the D, the D7th, the G, A7th, and E7th. And we're starting in the key of D. In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime, strolling through the shady lane with your baby mine. You hold her hand and she holds yours, and that's a very good sign that she's your Tootsie Wootsie in the good old summertime. Very good. Please practice that a couple of times. Now we're going to teach you a song that was written by the founder of our club, Steve Boyson. Steve wrote this about the ukulele, and it's called Strumming My Cares Away. Now I want you to listen to a little bit of the song just so you can get a little familiar with how it sounds. Okay, so that's the verse and that's the chorus. Okay, so what do we have in this? We have a G, an A7th, a D7th, and an E7th. Now this song starts with the chorus, with the G. And I'm going to go very slow to teach you this song because I know you haven't heard it before. Okay, so I'm going to strum my A7th, cares away, D7th, watching the sun sink G into the bay. It's too hard to work, so A7th, here I'll stay, strumming my cares away. Now before we go on, let's just try strumming it a little bit faster, but then we'll practice the next part. I'm gonna strum my cares away, watching the sun sink into the bay. It's too hot to work, so here I'll stay, strumming my cares away. Okay, now we go on to what they call the verse. D7. You could spend your whole life G, punching a clock, D7. Maybe get the best third house on the block, E7. Spending all your free time, A7. Mowing the lawn, D7. Who wants to work that hard? Now we'll try it with a strumming pattern, starting with the D7. You could spend your whole life G, punching a clock, D7. Maybe get the third best G, house on the block, E7. Spending all your free time, A7. Mowing the car, D7. Who wants to work that hard? Now we go back to the chords. I'm gonna strum my cares away, watching the sun sink into the bay. It's too hot to work, so here I'll stay, strumming my cares away. Grab your ukulele and head for the shore. Let your boss know you just can't take it no more. If he tries to stop you, play him a song. He might want to tag along. And the chorus. I'm gonna strum my cares away, watching the sun sink into the bay. It's too hot to work, so here I'll stay, strumming my cares away. Maybe you're afraid that someone will hear. Take it from a pro, you've got nothing to fear. A7, or E7, sorry. Maybe you're afraid you'll forget all the words. And the chorus one more time. I'm gonna strum my cares away, watching the sun sink into the bay. It's too hot to work, so here I'll stay, strumming my cares away. Well, congratulations, you did it. You've learned 5 new chords and you've played 7. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 new songs. Congratulations. And by the way, at least one of those songs you probably never even heard of. So you've completed this course, and here's all the chords that you're now going to master. And how do you master them? Well, quite frankly, it's just a matter of practice. Get out your ukulele, try to spend a little bit of time, if you can, every day. Grab it. Spend 15 minutes. Play those chords. Just get them down. And of course, practice makes perfect, and you'll be surprised how quickly you will actually start to improve and start to memorize the chords. Don't rush yourself. Take your time. Get these chords down before you learn more. Master the chords that we've taught you in this class, and they will give you the foundation for everything else that you're going to learn about ukuleles. Now, the library system is just a wonderful resource, and please take advantage of everything that they provide you. They've got ukuleles that you can check out. If you already have a ukulele, get your friends to check out the ukuleles and help them learn by having them watch our videos and share what you know with them, and start to play together. The library has books, they have DVDs, they have all kinds of materials, and they've got great educational programs that you can get online through a program called Artist Works for Libraries. And it's free. All you need is your library card. So talk to your local library about checking out ukuleles, checking out their materials, and how you can access the Artist Works program. Artist Works has all kinds of educational things. They have great ukulele instructors, but they also can teach you how to play other instruments. Now, the other thing that we would like you to do is join us, the Tampa Bay Ukulele Society. It's free, there's no charge, and by joining us on our meetup page, and the link is up here, go to meetup.com/Tampa Bay Ukes, and just sign up on that. You will start to get notices whenever we're doing any type of event, whether that's on site somewhere, like at a library, or a concert, or a jam, or whatever, or whether it's one of our online programs. So please join us on there. We also invite you to go to our YouTube channel, T-Bus YouTube channel, and the links are up here. We have all kinds of online programs that we provide. You can watch our talent show. Once you've got your playing down, you can be part of the talent show and submit a video for a future episode. We have open mic nights, we have play-along sessions, we do all kinds of fun things. And again, it's free, the magic word. So watch for our next class that will be posted on this site after we're done recording it, called the Strum and Sing class. For now, my name's Tom Hood. I want you to go to tampabayukulele.com and download our beginner soundbook. You can find us if you're a Facebook user. Just type in Tampa Bay Ukulele Society and join us on Facebook. You can join our group. Just click on join the group. Again, get us on Meetup. And if you're looking for some really cool merchandise, there's the link for our online store where you can buy ukulele accessories. Many thanks again to the Dunedin Library for letting us use their facilities and for taping this and putting it together, and to the Pinellas Public Library Cooperative, the PPLC, for everything that they do to provide education to our community. The libraries are wonderful. We love the libraries. We love you. Please join us and please have fun playing the ukulele. For now, this is Tom Hood saying aloha.